You need to practice before you start trading, before you jump into this world, thinking you're about to be the world's most amazing day trader, options trader, futures, whatever you trade. You need to practice. It's one of the most important pieces of this process that I think a lot of people don't take serious. You'll have people who will say, "Well, oh, it's not real money, right? So it doesn't give you those emotional stimuli, so it's not real, and there's no value to doing it because anybody can make money on paper." That's valid to a certain degree. But name a profession where practice and rigor with testing a system, learning how to actually implement, execute whatever process or framework you've been taught. Name a profession where practice just doesn't matter. Name a high performing, something that requires a high level of psychological control. Name the sport that nobody practices because it's just not important. Can name being a doctor, like lawyer, like name something that is incredibly intense, that has the potential to change your life. It's right. Name the craft that doesn't require any rigor, any form of practice. Trading requires some practice. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because of this. I've been teaching for since 2011. Couple little pilot classes, 5, 10, 20 people. 2014, I actually launched Limitless, right? Was the name of the brand. I've taught hundreds in paid courses, thousands with just free content. But here's what I know. So many people want to make money now. I need to make money now. No, well, I want to make $1,000 a day, 500 a day, 200 a day. I had somebody hit me up today. It was asking about my options class. And he was just like, man, I think I'm going to sign up for your class. I just need to make $1,000 a week. Now, is that possible? Yes, it's possible. Do I do everything that I can possibly do to give you the right start, the right foundation as a trader? Yes, for sure I do. I give you everything that I've learned without going through all the pain and the scars. I just give you the lessons. I give you the framework. My system's amazing. It's super precise. It's better than everything else. You're going to hear me keep saying that. There's no educator in this space that has something remotely as sharp, as proven, as logical. There's philosophy under it. Patience is built in. But some of those things that are built into my system literally came from how I started with trading. And it taught me something very valuable. So I started trading futures on paper for 9 months. I traded every single day while I was working a 6-figure job and had responsibilities and had responsibilities just like you. I made sure I paper traded every single day. What's a paper account? It's the real market, but your trades just aren't real. So it's not real money, but it's how you practice. It's how you know if you remotely even have any skill sets. If the system that you've learned from whoever you've learned it from, it's how you know if it works. So once again, I see so many people who jump directly to trading. And I'm really speaking to people who are not the type to invest in a class, right? You're not the type to invest in coaching, right? Or I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. You're kind of that gullible, semi-desperate person who is so ready to make money that some dude who just popped up and he's on your social media feed and he tells you he was in prison for 20 years, somehow he's an amazingly great trader and you believe it. Right. And there's people who popped up on podcasts in 2020 and it's like, what's their story? Where'd these people come from? Well, like, were you trading before COVID? Like, where'd they even come from? So you need a powerful system, and systems do not come from the people who just popped up overnight. They don't. They really, really don't. You need like real traders and real business people who can tell you their story and show you the scars and talk about their entire journey transparently. I've been through a lot to get here, a lot. So much, so many sacrifices, a lot of scars, a lot of learning. I was losing for years. Years I struggled, even though I started really successful. And I started really successful making 500 to 1,000 with futures. Why? Because I practiced. And in that 9 months of practice, I realized, oh, this is way harder than I thought. Oh, I need the actual system. Oh, I thought this was going to be easy. I thought this was just like, oh, buy when this changes, buy when this line gets here. Right? I thought indicators actually work. Oh, you telling me I'm actually going to have to spend hundreds to thousands of hours to master this. Oh, I went to a big money show conference out in Las Vegas. 500 people, spent a couple thousand, stayed at Caesars. I learned my first strategy from a lady named Kathy Lynn. If she ever sees this, thank you. I love you. Thank you for that $300 workshop. You shared everything. And I got to see what real professional traders trade. Like everything was spelled out, every rule. There was really no thinking. There was really no thinking at all. If this happens, do this. If this happens, do that. Here's the stop loss. Here's where we get in. Here's where we add to a position. Here's why we get out. Here's the framework method. Like it was beautiful. I said, oh, okay. This is about a process. And trading is a business, and every business is based on systems. The business is only as good as its systems. Right. And so that clicked for me. That clicked early before I actually started spending real money. And I started off super confident, real simple Bollinger Band strategy. I thought it was going to keep working, but it didn't. I didn't realize I started trading in a period of low volatility. Bollinger Bands don't work when you have volatility. Most times we have volatility, right? So if you really don't understand volatility, right, some certain indicators only work in certain environments. That's why the people who watching this, you've been learning from this guy and that lady and this guy and this kid and all these different people on YouTube for free. And you're wondering why you're struggling because you don't get a system that way. You don't get a system that way. Everybody's using different things that work for them. And a lot of the trader educators like me are not really going into detail with how and why the indicators they use work. And even for people who like to say, oh, well, I trade a naked chart. I just look at price. If you're just looking at price, you still don't really understand the deeper principles around why trading works. Price is not like price is the skin. You need to like understand the heartbeat. The heartbeat is volatility. The heartbeat is statistics, right? That's what I teach. That's what I teach. I go deeper than just price and patterns. Indicators, they're beautiful. They can work. You can take them off, whatever. It's do you even understand why they work, right? That's what you learn as you practice. You learn all of what you don't know. All right. So I'll end here. Because I'm doing this series just to get people excited about my 2 new classes. September 25th, I'm doing a 4-week live, 80 hours. Oh, we're going to go in. Tons of content, A to Z, comprehensive system, powerful framework, statistical lens. I want to show you there's only 2 places you should ever enter on a chart. Only 2. I don't care how the chart looks. You don't need to memorize all these patterns and right. All that stuff is just overkill. I've been there. I've done that. Once I show you how to look at a chart and know statistically where price has the highest percentage chance of making the fastest money, and you also have the chance of taking a small but quick loss, like you want to be able to take short, quick, easy losses for the right reason. You're going to lose. That happens. But the loss should be small. It should be so small it doesn't even bother you. It doesn't affect you. Right. And so these are the things that you get from somebody who was patient enough to trade on paper. And even now, even though I'm trading live, of course, live real money, I'm testing a strategy right now. Strangle, right? For options, you can go both directions, but I'm testing something because I wanted to build something for my working professionals. I wanted to use strangles to show you how to make some extra money from literally taking just 1 or 2 trades a month. And there's a specific place on the chart, really 2, different from what I said earlier, but there's 2 specific places on the chart. It's not the 200, takes too long to get to the 200. It's not even the 20, which is like the regression to the mean, like average right in the middle. There's 2 places that price has the highest percentage chance statistically of going straight through that area or bouncing almost perfectly. Got to go one way or the other. That's all a strangle is. You want one side to win and one side to lose. Cut the loss. Right? When one side starts to lose, you cut the loss. So either way it goes, it's non-directional trade. You don't have to even nail the direction. Right? That's the power of options. Futures is different. You got to nail the direction with futures. You really do. All right. So anyway, man, I know I said a lot, but my point, practice is important. I'll leave you with these last 3 things. I tell all my students this at the last day of class. I'm telling you today, if you never sign up, I still want to give you this gem. Before you get really serious, if you haven't had mentorship, community class, my computer froze for a second. What I think you need is you need to do one of 3 things when you practice. Give yourself a time limit. Practice for 9 months. You'll know if you're good or not. You'll know if you're ready. You'll know because your account will show you that. The second thing, you need to take 200 profitable trades. If that sounds too big, okay, cool. Take 100. If you can't take 100 trades and know why you've made profit, write it down in a journal, do the same thing for the right reasons, really try to master and dig into just 2 or 3 indicators, really no more than 2, maybe a third just as a double check to the first 2. All right. If you can't take 100 profitable trades, 200 on practice, you can't do it live. And then the last thing you could do with Thinkorswim, which is one of the few brokers that allows you to have a paper account, set your paper account, go in and change the amount. Call them. They'll tell you how to do it. Change the paper amount to the same amount of money you're going to start with. You're going to start with 5,000, make that 5,000, 10, 20, 50, whatever that amount is. And then what you need to do is see, can you double that account 2 times? Can you take 5 to 10 and 10 to 20 or 20 to 40 and then 40 to 80? Right? You need to practice. The practice, it allows you to make sure that you're ready. Why are we trading when we don't even know what we're doing? And unfortunately, there's too many people like me who teach courses and call ourselves coaches who just won't be honest with you. If you're not ready, you don't have to start trading from day one with live real money. And even if you are ready, you still should be practicing on the stocks you're not trading. All right. Take my system. I tell my students all the time, you only need 2 or 3 stocks to follow. But sure, take trades on other stocks just to learn their patterns a little bit, just to learn their habits, just to learn how those stocks move. There's a relationship as a trader with the stocks you trade. All right. So less is more, but practice is key. Once again, name the profession where trading practice doesn't matter. I don't think you can. I don't. So thanks for watching. Come back. I don't know what video this is. It's probably number 6, maybe 7. I don't know. I have a lot more coming. So thanks for watching. Share this video with somebody that you know and that you love who they've been talking a lot about trading and they sound really desperate and really ready as if it's going to be easy. And maybe you've had an amazing class. I think I do a great job at what I do. I want my students to be ready from day one, sure. But everybody is not ready. And that's okay. It's okay. It's totally okay. Practice first. Prepare yourself for the journey and watch what that does for you. I'm here 15 years later because when I first started, I practiced for 9 months. And I didn't have a class like what I do. I didn't have rigor. I didn't have anybody to really teach me a system the way that I teach. And so maybe I wouldn't have practiced as long, but it was key. It was key, and it built in some discipline and some patience that I needed and that I still use to this day. So thanks for watching. Share this video with somebody that you know and that you love. And I would love to see you in class. Options, September 25th. Futures, October 23rd. Let's go. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Peace.